was 19 when this happened. At the time, I worked part-time at a car wash outside Tulsa, Oklahoma. One rainy Tuesday night, I stopped by Walmart after work to buy a phone charger. It was almost 11:45 p.m. The store wasn't empty, but it wasn't busy either. Just a few customers wandering around. I grabbed a basket and headed toward electronics. As I passed aisle 17, I heard someone quietly say my name. Ryan? I stopped immediately. My first thought was that I knew somebody there. I looked around. Nobody. Just shelves full of cleaning supplies. I stood there for a few seconds before continuing. A minute later, I heard it again. Ryan. This time it sounded closer, almost like someone was standing right behind me. I turned around so quickly that I nearly dropped my basket. Still nobody. My heart was beating faster now. I checked both ends of the aisle. Empty. I convinced myself I was imagining things. Maybe I was tired. I grabbed my charger and started walking toward checkout. That's when I noticed a man. He was standing beside a display of flashlights, watching me. The moment our eyes met, he looked away. Something felt off. I headed to another aisle. A few moments later, I saw him again. Then again. Then again. Everywhere I went. He never approached me, never spoke. He just appeared, always close enough to keep me uncomfortable. Eventually, I got in line to pay. When I looked back, he was standing near the entrance, staring. The cashier noticed me looking. "Everything okay?" she asked. I pointed toward the man. The cashier frowned. "Which man?" I turned. The spot was empty. He was gone. I walked outside as fast as possible. Rain was pouring now. I unlocked my car and threw my basket inside. Then I froze. Written across my fogged-up driver's side window were 4 words. "I know your name." I never found out who did it, and I never went back to that Walmart after dark. A friend of mine named Melissa shared this story with me. It happened in Texas. She was shopping for groceries around midnight after finishing a nursing shift. The store was unusually quiet. Most customers were already gone. As she entered the frozen food section, she noticed an older woman pushing an empty shopping cart. Nothing strange about that. Until she saw the woman again, and again, and again. Every aisle. The woman never picked up a single item, never looked at products, just pushed the empty cart. Slowly. Melissa eventually laughed it off. Coincidences happen. But then she noticed something. The woman's cart made no sound. No rattling wheels, no squeaking, nothing. The cart moved silently across the floor. That bothered her more than it should have. A few minutes later, Melissa stopped near the dairy section. The woman stopped too, about 30 feet away, staring directly at her. Not blinking, not moving, just staring. Melissa grabbed her phone and pretended to answer a call. Immediately, the woman turned around and disappeared into another aisle. Relieved, Melissa continued shopping. A few minutes later, she reached checkout. The woman wasn't there. Neither was her cart. Melissa paid and headed outside. As she loaded groceries into her car, she glanced across the parking lot. There she was, standing under a parking lot light. No cart, No groceries. Just watching. Melissa quickly got into her car. Before driving away, she looked one last time. The woman was gone. The next day, Melissa told her co-worker about it. Her co-worker looked concerned. Then she said something strange. The exact same thing had happened to her 2 months earlier. Same Walmart, same woman, same empty cart. This story came from a former Walmart employee. His name was Jason. Jason worked overnight maintenance. Most nights were boring. Cleaning floors, emptying trash bins, nothing exciting. One night, around 2:30 a.m., he was assigned to clean the garden center. The area was closed. No customers were supposed to be there. As he swept near the back exit, he noticed movement. Someone was walking between the outdoor shelves. Jason assumed it was another employee. He called out. No response. The figure continued moving, slowly, disappearing behind stacks of merchandise. Jason followed. When he reached the corner, nobody was there. The area was empty. He shrugged it off and returned to work. 10 minutes later, he saw the figure again. Same height, same dark clothing, walking silently. This time, Jason got annoyed. He followed immediately. The person rounded a corner. Jason rounded it seconds later. Nothing. Again. Nobody. At this point, he contacted security. 2 guards arrived and reviewed nearby cameras. The footage showed Jason walking through the area, but there was no second person visible. Not once. The guards joked that he needed more sleep. Jason laughed along with them. But later that night, things got worse. Near closing time, he entered the employee break room. Everyone else had already left. The room was empty, except for a single piece of paper sitting on the table. Jason walked over and picked it up. Written in black marker were 6 words. You should have stopped following me. Nobody admitted to writing it. Security never identified who left it there. Jason quit 2 weeks later. To this day, he refuses to talk about that night.